different phones. Here's Facebook, here's YouTube. I just want to make a quick announcement about brand new package, if you will, something that we have never offered before. Obviously, you guys have seen us traveling to all these companies. Probably, if you're in a school, I mean, we have traveled to, I want to say, about 30 companies. We have about 6 companies to go. That's it. So we have commitment to go to 6 more companies. We're in August. Time goes extremely fast. As I'm looking at my calendar, next week we're in Las Vegas, and then after that we have 4 months left to Roofing Process Conference in December, our biggest event of the year. By the way, tickets are on sale now. In I think August is the last month you can buy early bird discount. It's about $100 cheaper. So if you book your tickets to Roofing Process Conference this month, you will save. After that, it's just regular price, and the price, we're not going to have any discounts, anything like that. But as I'm looking at my calendar, and I want to share a few things with you, as I'm traveling to people, I see a few things. I see that people like to be featured, people like to invest in their sales, people like to invest in mentorship and stuff like that, but not many people are teaching basic branding. And not many marketers, not many coaches, not many even like your graphic designers, your marketers, like your website guy is not gonna tell you you have shitty brand, you have a shitty name. One of the things I have been doing, like when I visit company, if you need a new name, and you in my circles, I'm gonna tell you, hey, you need new name. As a matter of fact, we are completely rebranding 3 companies right now. I'm talking about changing name. I'm talking about changing color, slogan, everything. Complete refreshment. Here's why. Do you want to save money on marketing or not? Something about me that I have a flooring business, I have a roofing business, I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing now with the directory, with the Roofing Insights. I have never ever cold called anyone. I have never ever, like I don't even do direct mails. I don't do email campaigns. Like for me, it's a content marketing 101. And what we do is very simple. Nobody should have a single question about what it is you do. If your friends, if your family, if your audience do not know what you do, I'm talking about every single person in your circles, do not know what it is that you're doing, you have a shitty brand, and you're probably way overspending on marketing. So here's the deal. Realistically, we can only travel to 10 more companies this year. If you're already in a school, if you already hired Roofing Insights, even to come to you, as a matter of fact, 3 companies that hired us to do the videos, here's what I realized. If you hired me to do video about your company, and this actually happened to us, I'm not gonna name the brand, but we came to them, and I don't even wanna do a video for them because they are in the wrong, they are a remodeling company who's trying to do a roofing business. They want to be a roofing company, but they have a remodeling name. So my first recommendation is let's rebrand. And I'm actually doing a proposal now. So if you're in a school right now, if you're a roofing-school.com student and you're paying, you're the top tier, and we maybe already came to you. This offer is free to you. You can just call me and say, Dmitry, I'm ready. Here's the 5 requirements that you have to have in order for this to apply to you. Number 1, you have to, it's not for brand new startups, you have to do at least $1 million a year. That's number 1. Number 2, you have to be at least 1 year in business. Number 3, you have to be willing to change. You must be willing to listen and adopt. So if I come to you and I say, hey, dude, like you need to change this, you need to sign up for this, because here's the problem. I see guys dropping $7,000, $8,000, $10,000. I'll give you an example. One of my clients in Colorado have dropped $18,000 on a Super Bowl commercial. It was 3 years ago. He spent $18,000 for 30-second ad. Do you know what you can do for $18,000? Do you know if you do this, if you hire a professional videographer, I'm not talking about myself, I'll tell you how to spend $18,000, but do you know how much content you can create, what kind of magic you can do online for 18 grand? This guy did 30-second ad and he got 1 phone call. I mean, think about it. And I see it all the time. We all make mistakes. So when I come to the business, this is the best offer I ever did because it's gonna be all me, all my hustle. I'm gonna take, and I only can do 10 brands realistically from August to, for the next 6 months to the February. I can touch about 10 brands. Here's what I'm willing to do. I no longer, I wanna feature just companies. It's easy for me to feature a roofing brand on my channel. We have exposure, and I can, if you have a roofing company or a roofing product or app, tool, doesn't matter. We have the best audience, but this is actually not my strong suit. What I'm looking for is people who want and willing to change. Look at the video that we did today. People always argue with me, name does not matter. This is all I've done. I've studied branding and consumer behavior for the last 7 years. This is what I understand. I believe that branding comes before sales training. It comes before production training. It comes before everything. You have to identify what are you in business for, what's your value proposition, and when people can remember you and when you have a killer name, when you have a killer presence, now you can wrap your vehicles. Like if you want to build a company like Monarch Roofing, Estes Roofing, the company Apple Roofing, like we've been featured on our channel, you have to think how they think. They are all amazing marketers. They have amazing brands, and it's easier to build a brand. And this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who will open doors and say, Dmitry, give me your recommendations. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna completely rebrand you. I'm gonna tell you if your color sucks, if your website says, I'm gonna look at your marketing budget. I'm gonna tell you what accounts you should close. And because I know that, I traveled to 45 companies this year. 45 companies. When I come, I hear the same message almost. It doesn't matter if it's Chicago, California, Ohio. In every market, I see winners and losers. And I know who's doing what. So if you invite me, I will tell you what your competition is doing, what they're not doing, because I know how to reverse engineer success. I know how to do market study, case study. If I come to you, like I just recently been in California, and I ask client, like, why are you not on Yelp? California is a huge, I hate Yelp, but I still recommend it for certain markets. If your competition is on Yelp, and I showed that client how many reviews, so you're talking about hundreds and hundred reviews, Yelpers. For example, you know that on your phone, if you go to maps, the data is coming from Yelp. So if you're not on Yelp, you will not show up on those maps. If people are Yelpers, they're not looking only for the restaurants. When they need a roofer, they're also going to be looking for a roofer on Yelp. Little things like that. But I'm going to tell you what a competition is doing. And maybe it's only 10 extra jobs per year. But listen, if some of you only need 100 jobs a year, maybe 150, and that's a $3 to $4 million operation. How much do you need? Not much. You just need to have, it's very complex these days, but you need to understand where people are. And a lot of you are paying money to services that you have no business to do business with them. I'm talking about shitty marketers. I'm talking about $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month websites. You can build a one-page website. When I started my company, I built my first website by myself. I did $900,000 in sales. You can build your website, or you can build one landing page. I know it's not popular advice. I know some of you will call me out on it. Yes, you have to have good website to rank higher. But listen, this is website is not, I can show you a few people who pulls more leads from Instagram and Facebook than from their own website. So here's the deal. The fourth it's not contingency, I don't know how to call it. If you want it to be confidential, we can make it confidential. If you don't want to be featured on our channel, if you just want to rebrand, we will rebrand quietly. And lastly, you have to have a commitment at least for $20,000. That's not $20,000 to Dmitry. I want you to be willing to spend over a 6-month period $20,000 on your brand. If I tell you, dude, we're spending money on this service and it costs you $2,000, you have to be willing to write a check. I'm talking about 6-month period. $20,000 is nothing. I know people who paid $25,000 just to change their name. I don't need your $20,000, but I'm talking about if you have $20,000 commitment. So if you're doing at least $1 million a year, that's a 2%. If you know you don't have a good name, if you know you don't have good, like right now we rebranding 3 companies because I no longer want to feature companies that are not solid brand. So if you're a startup company, maybe you've been doing it for a couple of years. A lot of us are that way. I started all my companies right from strong foundation of branding, like Roofing Insights. Do you want to hear a story of Roofing Insights name? It took us 2 weeks to come up with this name. It wasn't like, oh, like snap a name. And no, I went online and asked all my friends, how would you name this company? I want to have brand for roofers. I did not know how to name it. I brainstormed. Name came from my videographer at the time, Connor. And I did a little contest online. I said, I'll pay $100 if I choose your name. And, we have like 300 names to choose from. We pick the colors, we pick the name, the song, the Eminem song. That's part of the branding. Nothing is accidental here. Everything is well thought. And 4 years later, Roofing Insights, it's pretty big brand and I'm proud of it. If I have a big building, I'm going to drop my name on it. So everything I do, everything I touch always starts with a branding. I want to do that for you. I cannot touch more than 10 companies. If you're already in the roofing school, if we already even came to you, maybe you did not. Here's what I realized. A lot of people, they want a feature, right? Like they want exposure, but I'm a different marketer. And when I come, I usually call out things right away. Most people like it. Most people appreciate it because, almost every video trip that I've done turned into consultation almost instantly. I will tell you what are you doing great and amazing, and I will tell you what needs to be improved. I have really good eye on it by now, and I also know how to do case studies. So here's the offer. I'm looking for 10 companies. Only 10, not because I'm trying to build urgency here and trying to just make quick sales. The first come, first serve. 10 companies because I cannot touch more than 10. I have 10 conferences to attend for the next 6 months. I have family vacation and I have already 6 trips planned. I'm literally traveling every week and I only can take 10 more clients. So I'm looking for 10 companies who will commit. It's first come, first serve. I guarantee you that if you sign up, let's say today, I will come to you within 2-3 months. I will start working remotely. I will give you full page report with my graphic designers. I'm talking about you're gonna get a book in mail. It'll be one of the best business evaluation books you will see. You're gonna open it and you're gonna see Dmitry Lipinski recommendation for your brand. Number 1, change the name. Number 2, sign up for Yelp because you live in California, you're not on it. Number 3, number 4, now it'll be probably anywhere from 20 to 50 recommendations based on what I found, based on what I see. We will be getting on a phone calls on a weekly basis. I'm gonna take you on this journey. It will be small fee for us, for my services, but it will also be fees, like recommendations where to spend money. So if you're not using certain service, I'm gonna recommend you go and sign up there. You will be thankful later. I will tell you how to spend your money and I will tell you how to save your money. I will look at your budgets and I will tell you what to cancel and what to sign up for. I will tell you how I would do business if I would be in your town starting a roofing company. Because at this point, honestly, give me $100 on cell phone, drop me anywhere in the United States or Canada, and I will build you $1 million business within first year. I'll build you $5 million company in 2 years. That's not a rocket science, it's simple. And if you want my opinion and my recommendation in writing, I'm not talking about on the phone, I'm not talking about ideas. I'm talking about me. Like, I believe that this is the best service I've ever offered to people. It'll be one-on-one. And on top of that, obviously, if you want them to be featured on the Roofing Insights channel, I will do it for you. We will come with the videographers. But the thing about it is, I look at all of this reality TV shows and, I've been always fascinated. I'm like, I understand what they're doing and we need it in our industry. Not some bullshit for the camera show. I'm talking about real game changer. Now, one more thing here. If you want to just hire us or already hired us for filming and content production, even if you already paid us and maybe you were shy and you did not ask for consultation, you can call me. I will do the same for you for free, no additional cost, because you're already a client. I kind of disappointed at myself that I was shy. 100% honest with you right now. I cannot tell you how many businesses I left and I told my videographer, I told myself, I wish I told this guy this, and this. Because when people were hiring me to come and film them or show them on our channel or do the videos for them, I thought, I'm acting as agency and I'm filming them, but in my mind, I'm like, what is this guy doing? I kept it to myself because I did not want to offend my clients by saying, hey, I don't mind filming you, but if I were you, I would change the name, change the website, I would do this, I would do that. I mean, for the most part, I've been open, I told people like, dude, why you're not doing this? Like I was pointing obvious, but I was shy. The last requirement here is you have to be ready for a change. You have to be hungry, because many people say they want to change, but when you tell them to do something, they're not doing it. I don't want your money. I know how to make money. Money is not a driver here. I want to build portfolio. I want to be proud of what I do. If I come to you and I break your business down and I'm going to give you 30-page recommendation book, I want to make sure that if I revisit you a year later, we're going to go through it and you're going to tell me, Dmitry, sorry, I didn't do number 7, number 8, number 9. Here's what I remember. Bob Hoyle, one of our clients in Indianapolis, called me. He said, for years I've been telling him, dude, you need Google guarantee. You need Google guarantee. You need Google. He knew all of it. And finally he signed up. And within 3 days, first 3 appointments was 3 for 3. He got 3 jobs. He calls me. He's like, Dmitry, I'm so dumb. Sorry, Bob Hoyle, to throw you here. But this is what usually happens. He calls me, he's like, Dmitry, I've heard you talk about it. I know it's easy. I know. So I just signed up. I got 3 leads and I sold 3 jobs. I don't know why I didn't do it a year ago. Guys, a lot of stuff that I teach is so stupidly simple, yet so many people just don't do it. You know that what you need to be doing. Maybe you need a crazy Russian like myself to come kick your butt to make that change. Because we're not born marketers. I understand you probably like me, hardworking guy who take pride in his work. You don't want to do videos. You don't want to be on camera. You don't think about yourself as an Apple or this. I mean, you want the success, but you don't know how to get there. Listen, my client, if you're a roofing business, will not have exterior in their name, will not have remodeling in their name. Everything I've been teaching for years, I want to come in with authority recommended to you. You don't have to do it, but if you hire me, I want that commitment, and I'm going to give you that book. And I already have 10, 15 people who've been working with me. Like I just came in from Andis Roofing. Here's what Ethan Andis told me. He said, Dmitry, I started watching your videos before opening my business. Guy's doing a couple million a year. He's like, you have no idea what you're doing for this industry. Guys like me can go start a company and we literally do everything you've been teaching. There's so many people who started their business in the last few years and were ready to learn like a sponge. They were absorbing free information. And now, we're featuring them on our channels. So those people are killing it. They're already market leaders. They took every bit of advice they could from these channels, from school, and they applied it. And they're killing companies who've been in business for 20 years. Watch today's video about branding and hustling, and you will see the difference. There's so many people in this industry who build their company in 1 or 2 storms. That's the easy stuff. I don't give a crap about it. I don't give a crap about easy money. I don't give a crap about 1 or 2 jobs that hang to you on the plate. I've seen companies doing $1 or $2 million because they have one relationship with a, association, apartment complex, or whatever. I'm telling you, this is not. I'm a bread and butter guy. Here's what I believe. I believe that it's more honorable, like Henry Ford used to say, it's more honorable to build 1,000 cheap cars than one luxury car. Maybe you want to build Rolls Royces. That's not me. I'm a grinder. I want to build a service. Like, if you think about, what Henry Ford did, he made a lot of cars for a lot of people, and he took great pride in it. A lot of roofers, I believe there's money in doing $10,000, $20,000 jobs, but doing a couple hundreds of them a year, versus I also see guys who just chasing these big whales. I'd rather be fishing for little fish, but know how to do it, because I actually can reproduce it, I can scale it, I can predict, and I know what market can bear. In every market, I know there's a place for $2-3 million company. There's no city in the United States that cannot handle one more company that can be at least $2-3 million. And I see that still to this day, companies coming in and they're growing fast. But I also see companies going out. Branding makes huge difference. So if you guys want to do it, 2 ways to sign up. Well, first of all, you have to be a $1 million company. You have to be willing to learn. You go to roofing-school.com and you sign up for the highest package. It's $2,000 a month. You can cancel anytime. I don't care. We promise you, we're going to come to you. We're going to start doing weekly phone calls. We'll do a lot of things remotely. You have my entire team working for you. You have our graphic designers. You have my copywriters. You have everyone on my team. Or you can reach out to me. I've done a lot of consulting deals where people are like, nope, we don't want to do monthly. I can give you a one-time price. You pay the price and we'll figure out a deal. We fly out to you and we rebrand your company. Listen, this time around, no longer I want to give you video. No longer I want to feature in my channel. I want to come to you with authority and I want to change everything wrong that you're doing. I want to show you what I would do if I were you. Now, you can learn from me, from Lee Haight, from Anton Delmedica, from Rodney Webb, from 5 other people. I believe that you can learn from many. But I want to show you what I would do, and I'm going to put it in writing with a recommendation, review it, and see if it helps. But it just breaks my heart when I see people spending, $10,000 to the sales consultant, $20,000 to this guy, $15,000 to that. Like, so many of you who are hiring sales consultants are not ready because you don't have a basics of the business. Do you know why I did not name my online education academy or university? Because I wanted to be a school. School, it's elementary, right? School, it's the basics. I want to be the person who taught you how to walk, how to write, how to read. I want to be your first teacher in business. You can go to your university, go to Rodney Webb University, to some other. Like what I'm telling you is, I wanted to teach you the basics. Because if you have a base, you can grow, to anything you want to grow later. I did not want to be the biggest. I did not want to. Someone just asked me why $1 million. I tell you $1 million. If you don't have at least $1 million in sales, I've worked with the startups, and I can make exception based on a person. Like, for example, if you have experience, maybe you just broke out from partnership or something like that. But $1 million, if it talks to me about experience. It's not about how much money you have in your pocket, but if you have not done at least $1 million of business, I don't think you understand your value proposition. I don't think you understand what business you're in. A lot of companies who have not sold at least $1 million in roofing, I don't want to call them wannabes, but they're attacking too many things. They don't have brand identity. So I want to work with the companies who are already committed to the game, and that's why I want to work with someone who at least knows the very basics. It's rebranding. It's not a branding. Let me see some comments here. Can't you help contractors that really need it? Listen, if you're $500,000 company and it's fine. I don't think it's, I guess I want to hear the story. But in my experience, $1 million, it's where it's my comfort zone. I will work with as a matter of fact, I am working with a few $500,000 companies right now, but $1 million combined in sales. If you're $500,000 company for the last 3-4 years consistently, of course, to me it's combined. It's not even per year. Let me see more comments here. We started as a Booth Brothers admin. We started as a construction and switched to all roofing, and now do over 1 million a year. Have been in business for can't stay in here. Trust me, I'm committed. I've been here since the BDR days. Yep. Do you think floor sanding is good business? That regards from Sweden. I hate floor sanding. I think it's good business. I hate it. It's one thing I didn't do in my flooring days. Please give me advice for best marketing for floor sanding. You're in Europe, it's different world there. I'm taking my trade test next month in Florida. I have a panel forming machine. Help me out. Guys, write it down. If you made it this far, I want to give you my cell phone. I'll type it later too. 612-558-4881. 612-558-4881. I'm recording to 2 phones, so I cannot type in, but I'll come back and I'll do. That's my cell phone. Text me rebranding package if you are interested, and I'll give you instructions and I'll talk to you about how we're gonna do it. Again, I can only do 10 companies, and I'm not gonna go aboard because I don't wanna sell myself. I was spreading myself too thin for the last 2 months. I've been traveling to 3 businesses per week. I don't wanna be in that position anymore. When I say 10, it's gonna be 10. First 10, door is gonna be closed. But you have to have at least $20,000 commitment over 6 months. And again, it's not money is gonna go to me. It's money that you will spend total on the entire package. Some of it will go to graphic designers. Some of it might go to website. Some of it might go to another service. Like, I don't know your business. What do we might need to wrap your first vehicle. That's $3,000 right there. So if you don't have $20,000 over 6 months, well, I can give you all recommendation you want, and next thing you're going to be taking 2-year pause before you actually have the money. So it's a $20,000 commitment. David Fox says, I catch them all, 400 repair, $400,000 copper. All right, guys, it's Sunday night. I don't want to keep you any longer. My family's waiting for me to grill some meat for them as well. So hit me up if you're serious. Whoever will sign up, I'm traveling to you. We will do video content. Everybody still will get all the regular stuff. We feature in our, I pretty much, anywhere I go, we are featuring those companies on our channels. I don't want to make a reality TV out of it, but if you want to document your journey, we will show it to people. Like, if it's cool story, absolutely. I don't care if you've been doing it 20 years, 30 years, so it's 3rd year. If you want to be featured on the Roofing Insights YouTube channel, if that's the biggest value to you, it'll be on the table. Like, I'm documenting my life and what I do, but this is not about videos. It's about real help. It's my legacy. I want to change 10 businesses. And the way I change, I'm not a sales coach. I'm a branding and marketing coach. I know what I'm doing, and I know to me personally, it comes organically. I just know, like, the moment I travel to Boston, California, I already know who is doing what in that city and what you have to do to capture that market. That's what it's all about. If it's value to you, hit me up, and I'm looking for 10 people by the end of the year. Meanwhile, if you're planning to come to December, 1,500 people is attending. Tickets are on sale now. September 1st, tickets gonna go up. Early discount birds happening right now. It's the last month you can get cheaper tickets. Get yours now. I'll see you guys in December. Obviously, this deal will end. This is my 6-month goal. I usually plan 3 and 6 months ahead. So I want to touch 10 businesses, but I don't want to just feature them. I want to change them. If that's you, hit me up. See you guys later.